Good morning or afternoon. I don't even know what time it is, but happy Monday. I just wanted to come live because I've had something in my mind again, and I feel like this is a topic that so many of you can actually relate to. And I know this is something that, I really struggled with too. And I know that this is filling up my inbox. So I know that there's more people. And if you know me, then you already know that I am a really straightforward person. I'm really blunt and I'm honest, and I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I am just trying to cut out the crap and just be blunt and honest and straight to the point with you, because we all have, what's the biggest thing that I hear all the time is I'm too busy. So let's not waste time blowing smoke up each other's butts. So, we know if we really want something that we're going to have to work for it, and yet knowing and fully understanding that are just two different things. We've conditioned our brain to think one way, a way that's not serving us. We start to put ourselves in the back burner. We start to put eating better. We start to, I don't know as you as a mom, but, with being home with my kids all day, the first thing that I want to do to save time is to not eat, to neglect that and to just keep going and going to get more things done. And, we start to tell ourselves, well, it's just not possible for people like us because we're busy with kids and we just don't have time. And I think time is the biggest cop-out that we use, especially as moms, and I use this as myself a lot too, if I'm not careful and being intentional in what I'm saying and doing. But if you are new to following me, welcome. My name is Meg Rogers. I am actually a certified nutritionist and also helping people to push themselves to live the life that they really want versus just staying stuck. So if you're catching the replay, drop #replay. If you're watching this live, drop a hi or hit your favorite emoji and let me know that you're here. You don't have time. That's the biggest, if you find yourself saying, well, I don't have time, I can't do this because I just don't have time. That's like the biggest thing that I hear a lot of. And you know what? You're right. You don't have time to do it. You have to make the time. There's a really big difference about that. You make time for the things that are important to you. So things like, you brush your teeth every single day. You drink water. You get your kids up. You get them ready. Do you let your kids skip school when you're having an off day because you're just like, you know what? I am just not feeling motivated to take my kids to school today. So no, you get your kids to school. You make it happen because you've made it a habit and you've disciplined yourself to make it happen. Are these changes that you're wanting to make, are they going to be easy? Gosh, no, it's going to be hard, but you have to make the change if you truly want it. Like, how bad do you really want change? I shared in my stories this morning, if you caught it, the same person 3 years later, using busyness as an excuse. And that's honestly about 90% of the people in my inbox right now. Truth is, it's not just you, boo. It's hard for everybody. Everybody in life, even my life, it's hard. It's busy. There's a lot of shit going on for everybody. But you get to decide how you are going to rise to the occasion. The only person holding you back is you. It's not your kids. It's not your work, your boss, life, your husband, whatever. It's you. There's a big difference between saying, I really want to make a change. I really want to feel better in my skin. I really want to have to stop buying the next size up when I'm clothes shopping. I really want to stop crying in dressing rooms. I don't want that for myself anymore. Okay, that's cool. I believe you. I know that you don't want that anymore, that you want to change, you want to feel better. I get it. But are you willing to do the work? That is the biggest question. And there's a huge difference between wanting that change and actually doing that work. You're gonna have to make some really tough changes. And I want something, somebody will be like, well, I really, really want that. You don't understand. I will do anything. I want something really, really bad. But then when you start to think about the work that goes into it, because you're like, okay, well, let's talk about it. We start talking. All right, well, how's your current nutrition? What does a typical day look like for you for eating wise? From start to finish, let's get to the root of everything so we know exactly how we're going to have to target to get you exactly where you want to be and how you want to feel. And, right about then, they're like, oh, gosh, oh, yeah, it's not that great, and they start listing all that they're eating, and then they're just like, you know what, I guess I don't really want to do the work. I don't really want it that bad. Is that you? Are you I really, really, really want the change? And then you start and you get this, silver platter handed to you of what needs to be done, and you're just like, yeah, I don't want to do that. You know, like for an example, I have this acquaintance of mine, you know, she wanted to move and upgrade their life, and they wanted a better school district for their kid, and this would require her to, you know, her husband's already working full-time, and, you know, she was working part-time, you know, so this would require her to actually work more. This would require her, hey Lisa, this would require her to sacrifice even more, which led them to be like, yeah, I really don't want to add more work. So yeah, we're just going to figure it out, and we're just going to stay here and we're good, you know, like that was good enough for them. Hey, Jessica. So there's a lot of people that, you know, really, really want something, but they don't want to do the work. They don't want to work for it. You know, there's a lot of people that have been messaging me about, you know, really wanting information and how to get better and make those changes and work with me. And we, like I said, we go through like everything that they're doing now in their life and what it's going to take to get there. And they're just like, yeah. And those people that have an interest, do they follow through? Honestly, 90% of those, 99% of those that reach out do not follow through, or they quit within a few months because they're like, yeah, I don't want to do the work anymore. And, you know, it's just really far and few between of the people that truly do want to move forward. But having that success, having some success, or a lot of people will have those success, but only when they're obsessing over it and depriving themselves and just being, like I said, obsessive. And that is not a way to live. You know, I have one mom messaging me, and we've talked for probably 2 years now, and she's obsessed with needing to know, like, not only her macros, but the grams of everything that she's supposed to eat. And she wants me to help her figure all that stuff out. And I'm like, you know what? I can teach you all of that. But that's not your problem. Your problem is your mindset, you know, and until you fix that, it's just, nothing's going to change. You know, you should never have to deprive yourself to reach your goals. See, like, you should not need to add fitness to lose weight. And if you can only lose weight if you're working out, there's something wrong with your nutrition, believe it or not. And it's shocker, I know, but fitness, you know, and nutrition should actually enhance your life. They should not be consuming your life. And, you know, those that honestly show up with me learn within a week of, okay, well, this is what I need to be eating. This is where my macros are. This is how I can fit it in. These are the foods that are going to fit into that. This is how much, like, portions that I need, and I can do this. And within 2 weeks, they're typically nailing it. And the ones that are not are those who keep running off to their old habits. They want to do it their way. Like, okay, well, I got all the tools from you. I don't need your help anymore. And then they don't have any success because they're doing it their way and getting their results. So having success in life with a journey, whether it's nutrition, whether it's kids, whether it's marriage, it's freaking hard. You know, there's a lot of things that we want in life, but, you know, there's a lot of things we don't want to put in the work for. And what are those things for you? Like, if you want to learn how to love the skin that you're in, where you're at today, while on this journey of betterment, you know, it's going to be hard. Like, you want to learn how to eat in the way that your body needs to tone it so that you can get the results that you want and stop crying in the dressing rooms. It's going to be hard. It's going to take work. But eventually, you know, even when I lay it all out for you of what you're going to do, this is what your body needs, eat this, do this, you know, it's mentally and emotionally draining more than anything because we have abused food for so many years. So healing from that takes time. So it's not so much that, you know, maybe you suck at, you know, following directions and following a diet or sticking to it. It's actually the mental game, you know, the things that we've been saying and doing to ourselves over all these years. So, you know, it's going to take time to heal that. So if you're just following and you're focused on the behaviors of, you know, fitness and nutrition, but you're not focused on the mental aspect of why are you making those choices? What are the thoughts that are happening when you're, you know, these choices are coming up, you know, you're going to keep failing. You're going to keep struggling and falling off. You have to learn how to deal with that. So if you don't know how to do that, guess what? It's what I do. You know, staying stuck where you're at today is equally as hard as learning something new to improve your life. You know, choose your hard. Do you want the heart of continuing to keep doing what you're doing, you know, piecing everything together, or learning how to feel your best and balancing that well, you know, creating and navigating, creating balance and navigating the hard? Like, you choose your hard. But like I said, you know, you're always welcome. Like, new group starts Monday if you're ready to learn how to simplify life. But if you're ready to get serious, reach out to me. But all right, guys, I hope that this message helps, because I keep getting a lot of people that are messaging me like, I really, really, really want this, but you don't want to do the work. Get honest with yourself. Why? What is truly holding you back? Because the only person really holding you back is you. All right, guys, get out there, make it awesome.